I can't believe it. We've reached the end of the road. You seriously blink and the summer flies by. Feels like just yesterday we were kicking off Randomizer Season 6, the Bash, and it's done. It's over. It's we've reached the end of the road. But we're gonna go out with a bang tonight because we have a couple of fun wrinkles for the show. So first up, we're gonna have the Bash, but we're not just bringing one guest on tonight. We're gonna bring on 6 of you. And this is how it's going to work. The usual deal. Drop join the bash hashtag in the chat right now. Hashtag join the bash. That'll get you entered into a drawing to come on for 3 rounds. So I want to get 6 people on stage tonight. We'll get 3 rounds per person and see how it goes. It'll be like a game of telephone, and we'll see if we can build a decent, Best Ball Mania team. But this is a good way to get a bunch of you on camera here. Those of you who have been showing up week in and week out, tossing your name in the ring. And then for the finale of the randomizer, we're having Jakob Sanderson on. He's been on the randomizer before, but we're going to do a completely different twist to the show. It's improvised PowerPoint/debate club. We have PowerPoint presentation slides that neither Jakob or I have seen yet. And we're going to spin the wheel and we're going to alternate delivering those PowerPoints as if we made them ourselves. No matter what is on those slides, we have to speak as if we believe and are selling the people on that content. So it's going to be a fun night. I'm Pete Overzet. It's Best Ball Bash, randomizer finale night. Let's do it. Welcome to the Best Ball Bash. We are throwing a party. One of you guys in the chat will be hopping on stream to draft, and then we will split the $2 million prize.
We are in the 2020 Honda Civic.
I think we got to lock him up.
You're going to be able to get us Jalen Knoll to fall by staring them down in the eye right now.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do, Pete.
Lock him up.
That's my kind of guy. I am going to need a howl from you.
Hopefully none of my neighbors mind.
Oh, this is going to be my life. This is so much fun.
All right. 18 entries so far. What if I just shut it down now and I said 18 people, 1 pick each? Everybody gets on. No, I think it'd be just a little chaotic. I need 3 rounds is a good amount of time to meet some people, get some takes on some picks. Hashtag join the bash. Get them in the chat here. So League of Items says I'm boycotting emojis until the basement dweller is an emoji. Good news. I actually just got those emojis from my guy, Zach, earlier today. I've just been too busy to get them loaded in. Those will be loaded in by tomorrow's stream. There are a bunch of the emojis, added them to the Discord, added them to the ship chasing and my channel. And yeah, we'll get the basement dweller in there. Don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. Yep, ArtilleryFrost, Hot Best Ball Summer is reaching its end. GM. If you guys missed it, the Truth Serum video came out earlier today. People are enjoying that one. 27 bold predictions. The fantasy receipts guy has already found them. It just cracks me up. I think the fantasy receipts guy is so dumb. He's trying to take receipts on a premise that is literally the most outlandish take you can give. God bless that guy's soul. Dumb as bricks, but he's out there trying. Let's see here. The what says I'll have to do an encore, but not tonight. Good luck, everyone. I will say this. I definitely want to get as many people up on stage. If you've been on before, you can probably toss your name in, but it would be nice to get some new faces up here. Colin's out walking with the family, or I'd try to join the bash tonight. This is so funny because it's like I do them in the middle of the day and everyone's like, Pete, can you do it at night? Can you do it at night? I can't do this during the day. And then I do one at night and everyone's like, yeah, I'm out with the family, having dinner. Can't do it tonight. Appreciate this, Chris. Love the recent produced videos. Yeah, it has been a busy week. Like I have 4 videos ready right now, and I've only been able to publish 2 of them on the Deposit Kingdom. Huge shout out to both my editors, Zach and Chris, for cranking them out. We had Best Ball Bros on Monday, True Serum today. On Friday, I'm going to drop, I did a video with Mason Dodd, Fantasy Flock. We did one of the BBM challenge videos with the questionnaire. And then I also have a video on Battle Royale strategy. So I decided to pull some of the fun elements from the course and showcase that in a Deposit Kingdom video, kind of walk through my winning lineups from last year and share some of the takeaways in kind of a case study type format. So that'll be coming out early next week as well. So yeah, we have been busy. I'm legit exhausted. Like I normally like get a good amount of sleep, feel like very refreshed, ready to go. I'm doing all of these night shows, have been up very early, getting everything ready for the masterclass course. I'm not looking for any sympathy. I'm just stating a fact. I'm very tired right now trying to get to everything, but this is such a fun time of the year, and we're gonna have some fun tonight. So that you guys know the rules. About 5 minutes in, we are spinning the wheel. We got 24 entries in tonight. Let's spin it. Like I said, we're gonna spin 6 names. How they come up is the order you will come on. So the first name that wins, you are doing rounds 1 through 3. The next name 4 through 6. The easiest way, it seems, because Twitter's been bugging out, either Discord message me if you win. And if you don't have Discord and you're using Twitter, tag me publicly so then I can just shoot you a DM, because I think weird stuff happens with like what's verified, who can send what DM. So those are the 2 ways. Either message me on Discord or tag me on Twitter. I'll get you the links. There'll be a little bit of a logistical stuff. And then the other thing is you're free to hop on the StreamYard whenever you want. You might be backstage when it's your turn to draft. I'll pull you up, but do whatever you need to do in that capacity. All right. Without further ado, who is our first guest? This is drafters 1 through 3, rounds 1 through 3 tonight. Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? PurpleYosh. I'm excited to meet PurpleYosh. Another longtime commenter, subscriber, OG of the Deposit Kingdom. Stoked for PurpleYosh to hold it down rounds 1 and 3. Yosh is a big Detroit Lions fan, so we'll see if they are going to make us take Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs. We do have a couple good options there. Let's spin again. Rounds 1 through 3. This next one is going to be for rounds 4 through 6. 4 through 6. Who do we got? Andrew. I don't know if I know Andrew. No username, or sorry, no profile picture, no other identifying elements, but Andrew, you are going to be drafting 4 through 6. You are the dead zone drafter. Andrew's drafting in the dead zone. Please don't take a running back there. Can you join? Use the hashtag join the bash. You know the rules. We've been doing this all summer. ArtilleryFrost, another legend here from the comments, from the Deposit Kingdom. Excited to meet ArtilleryFrost. ArtilleryFrost will be doing rounds 7 through 9. 7 through 9 here. Congratulations, ArtilleryFrost. Rounds 7 through 9. Who is going to be rounds 10 through 12? 10 through 12. This is the stacking range. This is the quarterback range. Willis, let's go. Look at all of this crew. No one's more OG in the Deposit Kingdom than Willis. Love to see it. Willis, you're going to be batting 4th, rounds 10 through 12. We are cooking. I already love this idea. We are going to have a fun stream of guests coming by. All right, Yosh, I just accepted your DM. StarTours. Let's go. 13 through 15 is StarTours. All right, who's going to be our cleanup hitter? Our final guest, the relief pitcher to close out Best Ball Bash 2025. But I will say, I've already mentioned this on shows. This is only the end of Best Ball Bash. I'm not going to be able to do one of these next week because I'm traveling, but starting in advance of week 2, we will have Battle Royale Bash on Thursday afternoons. I believe I've looked at my calendar, and I think they will be Thursdays at like 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And it'll be the same thing. We'll probably be able to get 4 or 5 people up on the stage to draft Battle Royale teams in season, because those drafts are so quick. We can get people hopping on, draft teams with me. So have no fear. Battle Royale Bash will keep us rolling. I've had too much fun doing this to say goodbye to it, and we're going to keep it going. All right, here's our final drafter tonight, rounds 15 through 18. Sincere thank you to everyone who became members for this, specifically who entered in the chat. ChadCandles, look at this murders row. Look at this murders row here. ChadCandles will be going 15 through 18. All right, guys. I'm getting some DMs here. I've gotten DMs to Andrew, ArtilleryFrost, and PurpleYosh. So those are our first three. I know I have Willis is here. Let me get Willis in here. Willis sending you the DM for yours. StarTours. There's StarTours. Got all you guys going in Discord. I think everyone except, let me get Chad. What did I just have Chad on? Oh yeah. Guillotine League draft. See, my brain is so fried. Can't remember all this stuff. Okay. All right. Good shit. All right. So PurpleYosh. When PurpleYosh is ready to go, we will get this bumping. Let me get Yosh up here. What's up, dude?
Oh, yo. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Am I shaking real bad? I might need to set this down. I'm trying to find a good spot.
Yeah. Just set it on. Yeah, whatever you need to lean it up against. Water bottle, couple of books, anything like that'll work.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was hoping to be better prepared.
It's all good. It's all good. Have we ever met? Like, I can't remember if I've seen your face before.
I don't think so, even though I kind of look like an amalgam of a bunch of other best ball bros. I will get this set up. Hold on.
No, that's what I've learned from some of the crew is like a lot of the channel looks like you could just be walking down the street in Brooklyn, New York, and you guys would all be outside of a coffee shop next to your fixed gear bicycles. That's definitely the aesthetic.
There you go. Yeah, I've been trying to decide if I am the Davis Maddox of Jakob Sanderson's or the Jakob Sanderson of Davis Maddox. I'm short as hell. I'm an attorney. I got long hair. I like Elliott Smith. I mean, it's a toss up there, and I like him to jest. So
good. Yeah. So I love all of this. We got to figure out a way to get your camera is rotated vertically right now. There we go. Yeah, if you go that other way, that's perfect. That'll work too here. That'll work too. So you already gave us because I know you from obviously from the Deposit Kingdom and commenting in chats, but I know you as a Detroit Lions fan. You're always talking about them.
Detroit hat on.
And you're a lawyer, you said?
Yeah, I mean, technically my job is like I'm an attorney editor, which I won't go into what that entails. I just read cases all day. And right now I'm doing basically a project that's to train AI to be able to actually be useful for attorneys instead of being really crappy, which it is right now.
Wait, so your job right now is your boss said, hey, can you train AI to eventually replace you? Is that basically what's happening?
Kind of, honestly, but I'm on this side of it now. So, but like basically the work that I was doing like 2 years ago as a clerk, were like the product that just got released by the company I work for basically could just do things that I would spend a week doing in like 20 minutes. So there's a little bit of that. I'm not going to lie, but right now it's so nascent and just not really, there's a lot of nuance in law. There's just a lot going on, but that is definitely part of it. And I've had that cross my mind. I'm like, well, I'm glad I got into this part of it. Cause if we get replaced, I'm on this side of the thing.
That's incredible. That's incredible. So yeah. And then what you said, the part you identify with Davis is that you're a short king.
Yeah, definitely. I think Davis might be shorter than me, and I got the long hair. And so the first time I one of the first times I heard of Davis Maddox is basically he had David Foster Wallace as his banner on Twitter. Yeah, I'm a big David Foster Wallace person. So that was how I found Davis. I think I found you kind of through that. I found you really, and I hate to say this, but it was Top Shot. Like the Top Shot stuff was when I first was like, oh wait, this guy's not just the man's like, and I know everyone says that. I know that's like, it's like your old stuff, basically, like can't escape it. But then the like evolution of everything with Underdog, the drafts were illegal in Michigan due to like, they just, I don't know, they didn't file something at the right time. It was really dumb. So I wasn't able to play on Underdog until last season. And then I got really into the battle royale and everything.
Real quick, 102. I put Gibbs in the queue, but I want you to make the pick.
We're taking Gibbs. We're just gonna take
I
gotta do it for the bit. Plus, all of a sudden now all of the like Silva, Gretsch, everybody. All of a sudden, everyone's just like, Gibbs is the best running back. And I like love that, but I'm also like, what's my bit now? Like, Amon-Ra St. Brown 103. Like, I don't know.
What's my bit now? Yeah. Yeah. So are you originally from Detroit? What are your Lions ties?
So my family, I live in Detroit right now. So I am calling in from the great city of Detroit. My family's all from Michigan, but we moved around. So when I was like a little kid, my dad was just a Lions fan, but like I said, we were moving around. So my family's all from Michigan originally, but when I was a kid, there was like, I think we were in Alabama, and there was no local pro team. So,
I'm laughing. Chris says easy to take Gibbs at 102 with 1/7 of someone else's paid with
it's so easy. It's so easy. But yeah, dad was a huge Lions fan. And then when the family moved back to Michigan, I went to my first Lions game, even though we were absolutely terrible back then. I was just like being in the stadium and stuff like that. I was hooked. So, and now I live here, and like the city goes crazy for sports. Like the Tigers are all of a sudden good again over the last couple of years, and just love that stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. It's going to be a fun year. And didn't you have, remind me some of your battle royale win. Didn't you have a Lions based battle royale win?
Yeah, I had, so awesome job on the course. I've pretty much mainlined like most of the course already. But one of the things about not taking those like ADP 30-ish ones that are all like 100% drafted, there was a slate where Gibbs and Joe Mixon were basically bad picks.
I remember that.
But I'm like, doesn't matter. Gibbs can just pop off for 30 points any day. Oh my God. Oh, I just Leone style.
Dude, Bruce style. Rest in peace, Bruce.
Oh my God, what's his name? Shady Advice always talks to his cats when he's on a stream. I absolutely love that.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So I had it.
Hey, God, sorry, we're on the clock again. Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, T. Higgins, McBride, Tyreek, Hampton. What do you want?
Let's just take JT.
Yeah.
I know this is just top of the draft, but that's I
know you don't get to flex your sleeper muscles quite as much in rounds 1 through 3 here.
I love it. It's all good. Plus we're about to be on the turn, but yeah. So I won. I think I had like 2 top 10s in the same day in the cheap, like $3.
Nice.
And then I also, breaking the rules of the course, kind of moved up too quickly because I just wanted so bad. It was only $3 to $5. So,
who'd you like here? Jacobs, T. Higgins, Tyreek, Hampton, Allen, Marv, JSN. Quick.
Jason.
Did I get it? I think I got it. That was close, Yosh. That was close.
Yeah, I hate that. So honestly, if like I've been doing like hyper fragile there a lot because like I have so much Omari and Hampton, which we like, and I know he's kind of slid down a little bit with the offensive line questions and all that, but anyway, but I don't know when you need me to hop off. I know. Well, I guess we have until.
No, yeah, we'll do it just by the exact rounds. Then everyone will have the same amount of time theoretically on. So yes, hang out till the end of round 3, and then when round 4 starts, I'll go ahead and bring Andrew on. So you're good, dude. You're good. But yeah, I'm stoked that you. I remember you having an awesome year last year. It was like your Liam moment with the Lions. Like you caught the Lions, like just slamming them every week, and that was a really good strategy.
Yeah, no, it's nice, and it's an interesting year for the Lions because I do think. And I'm not just a blind like Homer, even though Liam's shown that if everything hits right, you can kind of win that way. No, I'm kidding. But it's a weird year, with Ben Johnson leaving, our center retired, who was like a Hall of Fame center. There's some things, but everything I'm hearing is that like their offense is going to change, but it's not going to, the changes don't sound like they're bad for fantasy. Like Ben Johnson liked to be like, oh, let's do a double pass back end to our second tight end, Brock Wright, for like a 40-yard gain. Johnny Morton is just like, oh, we have Jahmyr Gibbs and Jamison Williams, 2 of the fastest human beings alive. I think we're just going to feed them the ball. And then we also have Amon-Ra St. Brown and Laporta underneath. And it's like, okay, maybe we're not like quite the Death Star, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty sick.
Well, Yosh, this was perfect. So good to meet you. Love that you're able to put your stamp on it with a Gibbs. You get us a Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, JSN start. Very cromulent. We will be ready to rock here the rest of this draft. Any final parting words before we bring Andrew on?
No, good luck, everybody. I'll be chat rad as usual, and this was awesome. It's great to meet you, man. You do great stuff, and the course is awesome.
Love to hear it, man. We'll see you around the kingdom. Peace. All right, coming to the stage, we got Andrew, aka Wombat, on Discord. I don't know if I recognize your username, your Discord here. What's the give us the TLDR on Andrew?
Yeah, been watching you for a while. I'm mostly just lurking chat. Actually, does my mic sound fine? I'm using the AirPod headphones.
Yeah, you sound good. You sound good.
Yeah, I just lurk in the chat, watch the streams. There's another person named Andrew who's also in there who has the same colored name, so it probably is confusing.
Okay.
But
well,
yeah, watch your stuff for a while since the sort of
awesome.
like DFS, like 2016. So it's been a while.
Okay. Yeah. You're an OG. Have you tried to get on previous bashes, or was this a first time?
Yeah, a couple. Sometimes during the day. It just depends on the timing. But
yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna keep you busy here right off the rip. We are on the clock. Breece obviously falling these days. Sutton, Kenneth Walker, DJ Moore, DK Metcalf, Devontae Smith. Anything you want. What do you like?
Probably I guess Breece. All these receivers are kind of the same.
All right, we're gonna go 3 wide receivers here through 4 rounds. We got Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall. JSN is our lone wide receiver. We'll get to have a second to talk a little more after we make these 2 picks. What are you thinking with this pick at 5-2 here?
Definitely receiver.
Yeah.
Probably. Not really. I mean, all these guys are kind of, yeah.
Hey, man, this is the bash.
Yeah.
This is your stamp. You get, this is a flat wide receiver tier. It's fine. It's time. You know, Yosh pulled up JSN, said, I'm going to go get my guy. We got to get your guy here. Which wide receiver is Andrews?
I'd probably do Sutton.
All right, let's do it.
I don't love it, but that's
here. This is what
fine.
I'll allow you to do. He falls 3 picks past ADP. Do you want to give out like a really tepid "Au"?
Oh,
yes, that was
level
warranted.
of enthusiasm for Sutton that is warranted.
Are you maxing BBM yourself?
Yes, I'm at 149 right now. I got one more.
Ooh.
I wish I had more. I think I kind of did it too early. I think you talked about it. Now it just seems like there's so many guys late that I want. And so I wish I had some more bullets to kind of.
Yeah, that's the. I mean, at least there's still some other contests though that you can get in there.
Yeah, I'm doing drafters right now, just trying to some of the overlay stuff.
There you go. Who ended up being like your big stands in Best Ball Mania, Andrew's guys?
This is gonna be like the slappiest list of guys ever. Jalen Knoll is up there, who I haven't drafted in like a month, so I was really doing him. Tootin, DJ Giddens. T-Mac, Worthy, Jawan Jennings.
Okay. So
I don't feel great about Jennings either. I don't know what's going on there.
Tell me you're a legendary upside sub without telling me you're a legendary upside sub.
I am, and ETR. So I also think like Romeo Dobbs is like this 3rd highest owned receiver. So I get a little mix there.
There you go. So you you got to balance your range a little bit. The aggregated leg up in ETR ranks there. All right, this is going to be fun for this draft because, you know, as far as like flexibility, you know, we're pretty close to tapped out at running back with the Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, and not that that's bad. It just sends us down an interesting path here. JSN, Cortland Sutton. Where are you based out of?
I'm in Boston.
You're in Boston, okay? My neck of the woods. Where specifically?
I grew up in a town called Winchester, which is kind of north of the city a little bit. I live in the city now.
Nice.
So
what do you do? What do you do for work?
I work in finance at a consulting company.
Okay.
So it's kind of boring, but it's fine.
Boring enough that you can sneak in drafting on the clock, or do you keep that all off hours?
Yeah, no, I work from home, so that's nice. I think since COVID started, I work from home. I kind of spoiled myself. Like I don't think I can go back to an office anymore, which is probably not a good long-term thing to be dealing with.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. What's your favorite spot in Boston? If I take Lauren for a date night in Boston, being out in the burbs, what spot do I have to get to?
So I did grow up here, but I had moved away previously, so I might not be the most up to date on the current.
Okay, actually put that on hold. We are on the clock
Yeah.
here at 6:10. Debo Samuel, Olave, Diggs, Judy, Myers. What do you like?
I think Debo.
Let's go.
I don't feel great about that one either, but that's fine.
Hey, all right. I have to get ArtilleryFrost on the stage now because he's picking in the 7th. But it was great meeting you, Andrew. Maybe I'll bump into you in downtown Boston. We'll catch you later. All right, ArtilleryFrost, we're throwing you to the Wolves right away. First of all, nice to meet you. Second of all,
nice to meet you.
Here's the team: Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall. We do have JSN, Cortland Sutton, Debo Samuel, a couple little value hounds there from Andrew. Shout out to League of Items to bleeding the clock and getting us a few seconds to get our bearings. What do you like in here?
So I absolutely hate this spot. I have been clicking Jawan Jennings all year.
Okay.
Recently, I'm a leg up sub. I've been clicking a ton of Olave.
Yep.
But Matt Irby's piece from, I believe, literally this morning, and I mean multiple of his pieces, I am terrified of fading Jerry Jeudy all of a sudden. So I would click Jerry Jeudy.
Honestly, that would have, if you weren't here and I was just by myself, I'd say this team needs Jerry Jeudy. So I'm glad that Matt Irby could get you on that. I actually didn't get to read the piece yet. What was he talking about?
This morning's piece was I don't actually remember. But it was I think this was like this was the narratives piece. So this morning's piece was like analyzing narratives, and the specific one was what if the Browns aren't bad? Which this was a thought I'd had like yesterday. What if the guy that put a billion teams into the BBM finals in BBM 4, Joe Flacco, does that again?
Yeah.
All year. And Jerry Jeudy, who is half the price that Amari Cooper was, and smashed with worst QB play last year, does it again.
Yeah, and my whole thing with it is like, I don't even think it has to be Flacco all year. I think Dallin Gabriel could throw balls to Jerry Jeudy. I think he can do that.
I think there's less of a nuclear ceiling. I think there's less of a like punish you ceiling. With Gabriel, I'm less afraid of fading him if Gabriel's there. But he definitely probably can produce with Gabriel.
Also, you are the legend, the originator of the term chaperone, the phrase that has since been parroted on a million best ball streams. Tell us how that came to be.
So this was do you know who Bo Kevin is? I believe he's in the ship chasing chat.
I think he's big in the Matic Discord, right?
He's big in the Matic Discord. He posted a team that had a bunch of chaperone type players, and I kind of just spur of the moment was like, call them. I have the exact wording I believe was call them chaperones, so it makes it more palatable. I hate drafting chaperones. I created the term so that
just like no one wants to be a chaperone. No one wants to be the designated driver. You want to be drinking.
So now the type of player that I hate drafting is inextricably tied to my name. But that is life is strange.
Well, the second I remember hearing that, I think I heard Pat and Bime4 reference it on a podcast was when I first heard it. And I think I immediately pulled out my phone, went to my Best Ball Bros doc and added, I didn't even write any context. I just wrote chaperone. I'm like, I know that word's going to be in the Best Ball Bros video. And it was.
No, I was adding something to the Best Ball Bros video was awesome.
We're back on the clock. Who do you like?
So, I mean, I think it's either Jaden Higgins or Chris Godwin. We could take a tight end. I mean, Travis Kelce is going to win Super Bowl MVP, ain't he? But
that's what they're saying. All right, we'll take Higgins first. And
yeah, I've been cooling off on Higgins, but I've also been cooling off on Godwin, and Travis Kelce is a click that makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, I don't. Why are you cooling off on Godwin? I feel like the news just keeps getting better and better for him.
I've just been getting nervous on like all of the injury players in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just like they don't seem to be that good. Okay. I mean, so if you think the news has been getting better on Godwin, then I'm down to click Godwin. I'm also down to click a tight end. I think we should click Kelce though.
Okay, let me see if I got it in time at the last second. Whoo, you guys put my nimble fingers to work tonight.
I think just texturally the team wants a tight end, and like the 9th and 10th round tight ends, like they feel underpriced relative to like these, like the tight end 5, not generally a good bet. But doesn't the tight end, like last year's tight end 5 was what, Kyle Pitts in the 70s, the 60s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it was fine. I think structurally definitely makes sense to grab the tight end. The chat was talking about we got sniped on Bo Nix, which would have been nice.
I wasn't even thinking about stacking. I'm not gonna lie.
Here's the thing, though. It's like Fields with Hall, Gibbs with Goff, even Taylor with Dimes Lake. That all works. Obviously, Stroud now with Higgins. I really like the QB RB correlation. Actually, even like just the season long. Like Shady has talked about this, but one of the things, like the benefit of week 17 correlation isn't necessarily the QB throws a touchdown to a receiver, but that you get the closing line. What's the game total value is what I actually think matters more. Yeah.
Stack value. Anyways, seems like I've probably run my time. Yeah.
I don't know. No, you still have the rest of this round, but I don't want it to be all ball knowing. Two things though. One, I mentioned Jared Goff with Gibbs. Jared Goff went in the 5th round.
Oh jeez.
I didn't even see it. Let's see. Where are you from? Where are you based out of?
I live on the like south of DC, but under the Potomac. So I'm right on the Virginia Maryland border. It's a very strange place that not very many people live.
And what do you do for work?
I'm a engineer for the government.
Ooh, okay.
Uncle Sam.
That sounds great. You know, just very kind of smooth sailing, business as usual in your neck of the woods, living in that Virginia area and working in the government. You know, just a ho hum kind of year for you.
Yeah, definitely. I was I'm relatively new, so there was a stretch where honestly the rest of my coworkers were more concerned than me for my job security, but there was some the probationary employees were possibly getting hacked.
Binking a tournament would be some nice insurance to the volatility.
Yes. if binking 1/7 of a BBM share would be nice. Yeah.
Oh,
this is not
shit. My bad. Sorry. Real quick, Willis, ArtilleryFrost, stay there. Willis, who do you want?
Keenan Allen.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, Willis. I messed this up. I'm gonna real quick say goodbye to ArtilleryFrost. ArtilleryFrost, sorry I messed up. Bye. All right. Sorry, Willis.
All good.
That was chaotic on me. I got too lost in the sauce there. Thank you for being on top of it. How you doing, brother?
Doing good. Happy to be on. This is honestly the part of the draft that I hate the most. So excited to make these picks.
Well, we have caught up at wide receiver now in pretty good fashion with the 3 running backs, the 6 wide receivers here. We are about to pick. Do you want to try to get a quarterback or see something else? Yeah.
No, Herbert. The Keenan Allen pick was to set up Herbert. So
I love it. And we get the Higgins bring back too. Look at you, man. I throw you in at the last second. I messed up my timing talking to ArtilleryFrost, and you just immediately have it. Keenan, JT, you got us under control. Or Justin Herbert, that is. How you been, man? What's new?
I've been great. Just like I said on the guillotine stream when I was on, just recently moved to Dallas, started a new position. So,
You're looking good. Although I now have a Pavlovian response to seeing the Underdog floral shirt and think someone's going to be holding up a McDonald's when I see them wearing that.
Yeah. Well, here's a throwback for you, Pete.
Oh, win facts. There are people who are probably so new to kind of like our universe that they don't know at one point Davis bought the domain winpacks.com and he thought that was going to be his ticket out of this town.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. This team so far, for our audio listeners, this is like a game of telephone. Everybody has to build off logically, deal with what has transpired before them. We got one quarterback, Herbert. We got the 3 running backs up top, Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, and then Breece in the 4th. But we're up to 6 wide receivers, JSN, Sutton, Deebo Samuel, Jerry Jeudy, Jaden Higgins, Keenan Allen, and we got that one tight end in there, Travis Kelce. You think we can land this plane, Willis?
Yeah, definitely. I think we got, a couple of QBs that we can get late, or if someone wants to, there's plenty of QBs that we could backstack. So
beautiful. I will say here, just so I make sure I get these logistics right, StarTours, you're going to be picking at 13-2. I don't see you in the hopper yet. I see ChadCandles who's going to close it down for us. Who did you want? You wanted Jaydon Blue?
Yeah.
Wait. So see, Willis, I would say, so your personal brand has been so strongly tied to Zeke over the years. I feel like Javonte Williams is the new Zeke.
Well,
and you're on Jaydon Blue.
I like them both.
Okay.
It's just one of the two are gonna do something this year. It definitely ain't gonna be Miles Sanders. I went to the Cowboys preseason game against the Ravens, and let me tell you, I'm honestly shocked he made the team.
Wow, that bad, huh?
Yeah.
That bad. Okay, we're going to do a quick handoff here, Willis. We're on the clock. Do you want to do the Stroud with Higgins, or do you see something else?
Yeah, let's just well, do we want to go 2 QBs the same game?
I think it's fine because we're going to get a third quarterback anyways.
All right, let's just do it.
All right, brother. Love seeing you. Sorry I kind of gypped you on a round of discourse with my sloppy hosting.
It's all right. I've been on your channel quite a few times. All
right.
Let other people get their time to shine. People know who I am.
All right. I love that. That's an alpha play. People know who the fuck I am. I'll catch you around. All right. Love you, Willis. We'll see you. All right. StarTours. Welcome to the stage. How you doing, man?
Thank you. I am doing fantastic.
Did you do the guillotine stream? Was it 2 years ago?
I think it was 2 years ago. Yeah. I showed up a little late. I didn't get to make my pick. Oh, we're on the clock.
Yeah, we're on the clock here. We could do like a tight end if you like a Ferguson, if you like any of these running backs.
Yeah, let's do Ferg.
Okay. I'll just get Ferg in the queue for us. I think that makes sense here. Pretty nice value. 10 picks past ADP. We need a tight end here to build out this room. So now we got our 2 quarterbacks both stacked up. We got Kelce and Ferguson kind of back in a more flexible range after that heavy running back start. But yeah, man, you're in your car. I think the last Bash guest, Ben, from early in the season, he broadcasted from his car. Are you David Kitchening it in driving, or are you parked?
I'm parked. I'm outside at work in my parking lot right now. I'm a West Coaster, so I usually can't hop in here, but I was like, you know what, I'll just join and go outside if I need to. And of course I ended up winning today. So here we are.
Incredible. The chat talking about the double buy at tight end. Guys, we're getting 3 tight ends on this team. It's completely fine that Ferguson and Kelce have the same buy. Everybody relax. Everybody relax.
We're setting up
we're
Fannin.
Good.
It's all good.
Oh, he's setting up the Fannin bet. All right. I love it. Where did you say, are you Michigan too, or where did you say you are?
No, I'm in LA, downtown LA right now.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna be out there next week. Any spots I need to hit up?
Oh man, well, where are you gonna be, like, relatively, in the city?
I think I'm gonna be like Marina Del Rey.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I live super close over there.
Okay.
Man, there's some great spots. There's a bar that is in Venice. I think it's called the Venice Whaler. They actually were flying an underdog flag last year.
Really?
I went there and I was just like, oh, what the heck? Like, there's a UD flag hanging up.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent a picture in the Discord, I think, but that was a while ago.
Okay, maybe I just wander around Venice looking for an underdog flag to kind of call me in like a siren. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
you'll see it. You'll see it. They have a really nice little balcony patio over the beach, so it's cool.
Okay. All right. That's good to know. That's good to know. What do you do for work?
I'm in HR at a fashion brand here in downtown.
Okay. HR.
Yeah.
What's the man? It would be a breach of your role for me to tell me the craziest thing you've had to deal with. Have you had to deal with any office romances?
Romances? No. I've heard about some from the past. Personally, though, I haven't had to deal with it. My boss was very clear. You know, she was like, you know, you're a good-looking guy, so I'm gonna have to ask you, do not date anyone in this office. Like, please, I will hate that so much. And you know, I had to listen to her.
That's hilarious. So she was already worried. See, I feel like if you're worried about your new hire at HR, you know, dating, it's like you might have some other bigger issues there.
That's, you know, maybe you're onto something, but we'll keep that away from her.
All right. We're gonna have 2 picks here at the 14-15 turn. We got this 2-3-6-2 build going here. Definitely going to be doing probably 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends, at least 2 more wide receivers. And we're probably, I mean, we're in the range where we could technically go 5 running backs, but probably more like 4. This is the go get your guy season. I mean, I don't care about the ADP here.
Yeah, let me take a look. Let's see. I mean, Shipley's good. We could do Woody Marks. We got Stroud.
Yeah, let's do it. I think that's a nice 4th running back there. Take the crack on him becoming a factor. That'll get us to our 4th running back. I could look
How many
over.
receivers do we have?
We're at 6, but again, like we started very light on wide receivers, so I think we can.
You know, it is get your guy season.
Who's your guy?
Let's grab some Troy Franklin after.
Let's go.
Do a little stack with Sutton there.
Oh, Franklin went, but we could do the new
God.
Franklin, which is Jalen Coker.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
The chat's also going crazy for Tesla too.
Tesla could be good. Is he still there?
Let's see. Is Tess here? Man, there's a lot of good options. Oh, I typed yes. Who do you prefer? Coker or Tesla?
Let's do Tesla. I feel like, what was it? Josh Reynolds had some pretty usable weeks here and there over the years there in Detroit. And Tesla is much more talented than him, probably. So I feel like he might spike a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I love Coker. I think he's worth more than pick 170, but we do have Gibbs. That Yosh started us down this Detroit road, and I think it was that was very selfless of you. That was a nod to Yosh there to get that done.
Shout out to Yosh.
I don't even think this came up on when I did Best Ball Brunch earlier today, or maybe it did for a second. Yeah, it did. Tim Patrick traded to the Jags. Do you have a team you root for, or are you just ruined by fantasy like me?
Speaking of the Jags, yep, I am a Jags fan at heart. My family, my parents went to UCLA, and I grew up watching Maurice Jones-Drew. And so when he went to the Jags, I decided that was my team. So it's been a long time, but a little painful.
Awesome. All right, here's the deal. I'm going to bring on Chad for these final 3 rounds. Your picks here: Jake Ferguson, Woody Marks, Tesla. You did this team well. Great seeing you again. And if you think of any other recs for me in LA, hit me up. Otherwise, we'll see you in the Discord.
Yeah, sounds good, Chad. Get fanning.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Everyone, how do you feel about the pressure to land this plane, Chad?
You know, you a while ago said something about yes and improv. No, I've never done improv. This may shock some of you, but it sounds like this is the ultimate yes and, because there's a lot of things I would have probably done differently, but you know what? We're gonna land the plane.
No, Let's get into some of the drama. What would you have done differently? Who fucked this draft up?
Oh,
Chad?
Breece Hall. Breece Hall is our third running back. I am just so out on. I don't like Breece this year. He's like slipping past that. I'm way out on that. I would have taken virtually anyone else in the next 2 rounds over that pick.
Wow, Andrew, shots fired, bang bang, trouble in the kingdom. I will say, I mean, I don't feel as aggressively as you do about that, but just structurally, it did put us in a bind. But we clawed our way out, and I think we're doing good here.
Well, I mean, you may hate this, but my plan would be to go like Danny Dimes, AD Mitchell, or something like that.
Fan it goes. Yeah, no, I don't hate that at all. Do you want to lock up Dimes first?
I would take Dimes just because that guy, the turn has 1 quarterback, so.
Good call.
And we have Jonathan Taylor there, so I think if we're able to get Mitchell, then we've at least created something.
Everybody boo Mark for taking Harold Fannin. Boo Mark. Let us have fun.
But also, if you think we need another running back, because we only have 4, right? Because it's because we have Breece Hall, and man, this is so brutal.
I mean, he just took Spencer Rattler. Would you want to do the tight end first as the more position of need, and then we can figure out a wide receiver or running back at the end?
That's fine. For me, it would be
quick
Jonnu, but Jatavion Sanders curious as well. No. I'm pretty even on all those guys.
My nimble fingers are on fire tonight because I did swap it out to Jonnu at the last second there.
Oh, awesome
for you. And hey. 10 picks past ADP. You want a little AU there?
Oh God, I was like, okay, I'm picking last, so I don't have to do an AU because this is terrible. But a little AU.
I like it.
Thank you. It's gentle.
It's like the what is it in 101 Dalmatians where all the dog owners start to look like their dogs. Like people kind of sound like their AUs. That's what it just that AU was very you there.
That is the biggest insult I've ever gotten, I think.
No, it was just terrible. You were so nervous to do it. Hey, it's gonna make the montage. Zach, we gotta update Chad's AU here. All right. Here's the team for the listeners. So we're at the 3-4-7-3. I think we can have this combo about a running back or an 8th wide receiver. Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Daniel Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Woody Marks, JSN, Cortland Sutton, Deebo Samuel, Jerry Jeudy, Jaden Higgins, Keenan Allen, and Tesla, Travis Kelce, Jake Ferguson, and Johnny Smith. What do you think positionally? I
would probably do another running back there just because Woody Marks is the 4th. Feels like we're I don't know if this is the crew I would want to go hyper fragile with. And I'm okay not getting Mitchell. I like Rashard Smith. If he goes, then I don't know. People have been fudding Sean Tucker. so he's kind of off for me a little bit.
Yeah.
This is a tough spot. This is a tough spot to be looking for a running back. I don't know who you, how you normally would land this, because I'm okay with doing hyper fragile. It's just again with
for
Marks
sure
as a 4th and sketched out.
The one guy that I've been mixing in today is Kendre. I don't mind Rashard Smith either. Seems like stuff has been going well for him.
No, I like the Kendre shout. It seems like he's going to be the 2 there. Devin Neal seems like he's not really like an actual thing.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is weird, but yeah, it seems like he just has gotten no traction whatsoever. I feel like we're all guarded with Kendre Miller. He was like Marshawn Lloyd before Marshawn Lloyd, and now we're back in on it again. But
he's just gonna get put on IR when he's healthy out of sheer rage by Dennis Allen.
Yes. Steve asking, is this the same Chad that's in all the high stakes league? This is ChadCandles, not Chad Schroeder here. All right. You got to make the final decision. All these guys are here. I put both Colts wide receivers, Kendre Miller, Rashard Smith. This is your stamp of approval on this team or stamp of,
you know what? I spend a lot of time in the Davis channel. Let's do Rashard Smith. Let's go with the KC to round this thing out.
I like it. I mean, we also have Kelce, so we get another kind of, correlation there on the team bet. I think we did good. 3-5-7-3, a hyper fragile team that ended up with 5 running backs, which is funny, but I actually think it made sense here considering the options. Justin Herbert, CJ Stroud, Daniel Jones, Jahmyr Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Woody Marks, Rashard Smith, JSN, Cortland Sutton, Debo Samuel, Jerry Jeudy, Jaden Higgins, Keenan Allen, Isaac Tesla, Travis Kelce, Jake Ferguson, Johnny Smith. Other than your disdain for the Breece Hall pick, how do you feel about this team?
I like the team. I mean, I just can't wait to see you have to, you know, put your accountant through extra work figuring out how to split this 7 ways.
That would just be hilarious. Again, what do they say? That would be a really good problem to have.
Yep.
Let's see here. Let's do some math here. What's 2 million divided by 7 here? About 285,000 for each of us. I think I'll deal with that problem. You know, I'll happily deal with that problem for us.
Excellent. Well, thanks to Breece Hall, you'll be set and won't. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Who ended up? Are you done maxing BBM?
I've got like 12 or 13 left, I think. So
okay,
I'm getting close. Nice.
And who are your biggest stands?
Scatabo and Jameson Williams. I'm at about 28-ish% Scatabo, a little less than that on JMO. Those are the big ones.
Wow.
But Zero Rashi Rice is like a big stand. I don't have any of him, so I've been eagerly listening to the Rice discourse coming out today.
Well, are you? I mean, I've been more on your side of that. As like I've just not made. He hasn't been a priority for me until literally today. Like I'm now in on 4th, 5th round Rashi, just missing the first 6 weeks. Are you going to try to get a sprinkle, or are you just out completely?
I just feel like if he's who I need, I'm already dead. Like I'm just might as well just stick to my guns. I don't know. I have a hard time thinking my last 12 lineups, if I get him, is going to like right the ship if he's truly the late season hammer.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was like that opportunity that he missed the fantasy playoffs. It's like, what are we even doing? Like he's undraftable, you know, if that happens. Whereas now the first 6 weeks, I'm like, it's just double the Addison thing. I might be able to build some teams that can handle that, but I'm with you. I was never the second round Rashi Rice stuff was, it was melting my brain when that was happening.
That's where I was at.
Artillery wants to know, how much pre-draft Travis Hunter do you have?
Oh, what? He knows the answer to that. And I got that wrong. I was the guy in the basement saying he's going to be a cornerback and just whiffed. Just looks terrible. I'm basically at market post draft, but I got that one. Wrong. It was another one where your video came out and it was like, we can identify inflection points in the season, and your video like turned the tide of the market. I feel like everyone became woke to Travis Hunter as like a good pick. And I was like, well, I missed all the cheap Travis Hunter, and he just kept getting more and more expensive. It was still cheap at like 111, like around there. So,
well, look, I will say this, you still have the chance to be right. You still have the chance to be right. Like you lost out on CLV, but your take could still be right.
Yeah.
You know,
good.
So today the True Serum video came out, and I was like, I need a good True Serum. Like I gotta, fucking let this rip. And I was trying to go deep down into my heart of heart, something I'd be scared. And I actually, for a second, I was like, what if the big Travis Hunter guy, the guy who made the video, said in my heart of hearts, I think Travis Hunter is going to be a rookie bust. Like I almost went there. But even that, I needed to take. If I took another big swig of True Serum, maybe I could have gotten there with you, Chad.
Yeah, just the ultimate heel turn. Just you sell us this one thing, and sort of like the Davis Maddock, or the grifting. You would be the Travis Hunter grifter.
That's right. Yeah, doing my pump and dump. All the cash I make from steaming Travis Hunter up the draft board. What would you, if I had asked you to submit a video or a take for the True Serum, what would be your deepest, darkest held belief?
I feel like I had one when I was watching the video, and now I'm on the spot. It has to be Cam Scatabo related, because I'm just like such a truther that Cam Scatabo is like should be drafted at all costs. But I guess that's not really that fun. But I just love his profile and think he's going to be like the late season hammer you need. Maybe I should have just gone with Breece Hall, because that Breece Hall should be a UDFA based on how viscerally I reacted to that pick. But
I love it. Crutches offers one here. Jordan Addison outscores Garrett Wilson points per game. I could see it. I can see it. I think there's a few of those round 6 wide receivers. Like that's kind of the whole thing, right? Where we've all felt like this round 3 is really flat, kind of weak. Like you could tell me any of those. Like if your hot take was like Deebo Samuel outscores Marvin Harrison, I'd be like, yeah, sure. Or Jerry Jeudy outscores, I don't want to say it, but like outscores JSN. Like any of these things, I'm like, I don't think it'd be that fucking crazy with how flat that tier is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree there. Except this one, I'm the opposite because I'm like my next highest exposure probably was Garrett Wilson. So if that happens, I'm between that and Hunter, yeah. I am going to be applying for jobs pretty soon.
What did it speak? We have all of the guests coming on have had some battle royale hits. Was it divisional round weekend or wild card weekend you hit, BR?
It was, and I have 2 memories of that. So I won the divisional round BR. And it was the one where the last game was Buffalo against the Ravens. And I live in Baltimore. So when I had nobody in that game, I had nobody in the final game. So I was just like sweating the entire thing, rooting for like nothing to happen. And then when Andrews dropped the 2-point conversion, I'm the only one in Baltimore who's like, oh my God, this might happen. I might actually win, because it would have probably gone to overtime or the Bills would have had to score again. So I would have lost it there. So I was like absolutely thrilled that he dropped that the 2-point conversion. And then my second memory of this was instead of making my own, like I won, I'm so happy post and thanking like you and Davis and all the content creators, I like quote tweeted Davis, chatted me out. And then for some reason I hang out, for DFS, I do a lot with Ship It Nation. I included them in the thank you, even though they don't do BR stuff. And so it was like you, Davis, and Ship It Nation. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, why is this a bit? And I'm like, I like ruined this like really big moment for me in my life with this. And like every time I think of it, I just cringe because I just like totally botched my email. So I want to thank you because your content was such a huge part of that BR win. And I messed it up on Twitter. So
Dude, Twitter, it's so ephemeral. It's so meaningless. You don't get in your head about it. It's all good. You did trigger me though, because, and again, I had a very good year last year, but that divisional round, I was with my buddies doing our annual trip. I'd, done some entries and stuff. I didn't even know I had the sweat because the way you look in the app, right? It's like you see your current winnings. So this team in the winner take all, this is the Hail Mary. I wasn't even looking. It says 0 winnings. Like, of course, unless if you're winning. And I started to get like tagged and people were like, Pete's going to win the Hail Mary here. And I'm charging here in this game where I'm basically have all live players going. I basically just needed Josh Allen or Khalil Shakir to get literally 1.5 points on this final drive. And I came just short. I didn't even know I had the sweat, Chad. And someone tagged me. It was like, Pete's going to win the Hail Mary. And I was like, oh shit, I'm close. Only to have my heart fucking ripped out here by about 1.5 points with 2 players left to go. So I just want to thank you for jogging my memory about that beat for me.
This BR has just completely tanked any hope of our relationship here because it just keeps just going south.
Yeah, you botched the thank you. I botched the Hail Mary. The least you guys could do is check out underdogmasterclass.com, get my secrets for how to bubble the Hail Mary divisional round weekend. And yes, this is why you don't tag people in a sweat. It was so fun because like I'm having my classic weekend with my friends, like just having beers. Like, yeah, I'm checking on my teams, but I'm not like emotionally invested. I'm just having a good time. But it's one of those things where then you're so invested. You're like, oh, fuck, now I have to sweat this. And my friends are like, why did you just get all serious and all this? I'm like having to explain what I need now. It kind of goes against what we collectively needed. It was just a whole mess.
That's so brutal.
All right, dude. It was great drafting with you. We're going to get Jakob Sanderson on here in a second to do our randomizer finale. Anything else you'd like to say, plug, shout out Ship It Nation? I don't even have to ask you, are you on Team Run Pure or Team Ship It Nation?
That's the other thing. I know there's this drama I didn't even know about that there was. I'm just like, oh, whatever. Anyway, I just want to use my time to thank you and thank Davis for just all the content that you guys do and everyone on, ship chasing. It's your whole content is just so much fun and such a great group to hang out with. So thank you.
Well, I appreciate that and appreciate you. And I think you shouted it out on the guillotine thing as well, but let people know where they can find your streams. I know you posted it in the self-promotion channel there in the Deposit Kingdom.
Yeah, I stream Wake Up Best Ball 8:30 a.m. Monday to Friday. Try to just go live, get a couple drafts in, and just hang out with the people early on in the morning.
Beautiful. All right. Without further ado, we're going to let Chad go. Thank you all to the Bash guests and all the Bash guests throughout this entire season. It's been so much fun. Like I said, we're going to keep it rolling in season with Battle Royale Bash Edition. That's going to kick off 2 weeks from tomorrow, not next Thursday, the following Thursday. It'll be 3:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll get you guys on stage drafting Battle Royale teams with me. But without further ado, let's get primed for the randomizer finale.
Randomize! Ladies and gentlemen, it's the randomizer.
19, 20, show off. 21, 22.
With Ralph Swat-Hoo-Pong.
That crumbly crust.
I've also never heard a chard in my life.
This team might be the best in randomizer history.
Welcome to the randomizer. Pete, take it away.
All right. My guy, Jakob Sanderson, making his return to the randomizer, fresh off of a trip to Toronto for Oasis. How you doing?
I am the opposite of fresh because my flight was canceled. So I spent the entire night in Pearson International Airport. So you are looking at 31 hours since I've last experienced sleep.
You were in the airport the whole time?
It was the nightmare. It was like we're supposed to depart at 6:30 p.m. and they just keep delaying it an hour. And eventually it's midnight when they cancel the flight. And so I'm like, well, am I going to like pay $400 for some airport hotel, or am I just going to sit here for the next 6 hours until I get on the plane? So I did the latter. I updated my dynasty rankings on Thinking About Thinking, and then tried to like sleep lying down in the airport, and then got home, and so have not slept since.
Dude, that is absolutely brutal. Were you starting to feel like Tom Hanks in The Terminal? Like, I just live here now?
I like literally went to go lay down like 15 minutes ago, and I like fell asleep and had to like pinch myself. Like I almost like I was. It's like it's getting to zombie world right now.
Look, a lesser man would have canceled on me, and it would have been a pretty good excuse. So thank you for powering through for the show. Did you hear? You probably didn't, but I forget which show I mentioned it on. But I was pretty close to being at that Oasis show in Toronto.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know this. That would have been awesome.
My buddy who's getting married, he lives in Boston. He was trying to come up with his bachelor party idea. And of course he was doing it really short notice. It was like 2 weeks ago. And he's like, I want to go see Oasis in Toronto. I was like, all right, that's a really busy time for me, but I'll try to swing it. And then he realized like the tickets, the flights, everything was just outrageously expensive. And he's like, we're going to go see Pulp in Boston instead. But I was like, that would have been very fun to meet up with you there. Yeah, same idea.
That would have been so much fun. Dude, the show is like legitimately one of the top 5 nights of my life. We got there at like noon. I waited for like 9 hours before they came on stage. We were row 2 in the very pit. Like, could not have been closer. Like 30 feet from Liam as he was singing. It was truly, truly unbelievable.
That's incredible. Also, yeah, the chat getting in some jokes about your bad luck with flights. Flight was canceled, so you went to LA instead.
This one, not my fault. This one was not my fault.
Yosh says Jacob has never been at an airport that didn't fuck with him. Yeah, you have incredibly bad luck. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Jacob's sleep deprived. I'm also exhausted running on fumes this week. So let's get this show on the road. This is the premise. I mentioned this a few times. We are going to have a draft. Actually, let's get us hopped in that right now. There's going to be a wheel, all of that stuff. But the difference is Jacob and I are going to alternate spinning the wheel. So every other round, we will each get a prompt. That prompt is going to trigger a slide. I have PNGs on my desktop of all of these PowerPoint slides. When it is our turn, whatever one comes up, we will have to deliver an impromptu presentation with that slide's content as if Jacob and I made these previously and really wanted to present these to the world as our own takes. Our guy, Matthew, in the chat's going to do some polls. Basically, if the chat finds these convincing, then we get to pick whoever we want with our selections. If they say we didn't convince them and it's a no, there is a punishment pick associated with it. Jacob, obviously, when I was thinking up this idea, this PowerPoint karaoke thing, you were the first person and only person I thought of to do this. So I'm very excited you agreed here.
I'm pumped. I appreciate it. I'm going to be every ounce of energy that I got left. We're getting right into this.
Yeah, and then both of us could just collapse after this show here. I'm trying to find where the self-contained drafts are on Underdog right now. I see Thursday.
Couldn't possibly tell you.
Well, I've done this all summer, and I see Thursday, Friday main slate, 2025 weeks 1 through 4. I see mini best ball and I see marathon season. Can someone help me out here? Am I hallucinating, or are the self-contained leagues for the 2025 season not up anymore?
Let me see if I can find
it. Doesn't matter, right? Like we could do the other one here too. We could do no, here it is. I just had to scroll. I just have to scroll. Sorry, guys. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Here we go. This is what we're going to do. You guys know the drill. $3, 12 person here. Enter this with me. 9 people. We'll get this loaded, and then we will start spinning these as this fills. Jacob, are you in slow draft hell in conjunction with all of this going on?
I'm not doing too badly. I did come to the realization I'm not going to be able to get my 150 fast BBMs in, so I had to enter 15 slow BBMs. And I'm winding up some, what is it, Huskies? Yeah, I'm in some Huskies right now. I'm in some Rottweilers. But I'm nothing like Karain. Like I've opted out of the puppy 4. I'm not doing any of that. I only have like reasonable dollar amount slows right now. So I'm locked.
Whenever Karain says like references that he's in like 150 puppies, I'm like, why, bro? Like, I guess I get it. He's got a bank with the sidekick. It'd be very good for the brand and the business. But I'm also like, just chill, bro.
Yeah, if I become a millionaire through fantasy football, I'm never drafting another puppy again.
Yes,
I can promise you that.
That's how you treat yourself. That's how you treat yourself.
Yeah.
And it would be one thing if it was like, that's just all there is, right? It's just puppies. It's all we got. So you're just going to do it. There's a million things you could draft, Patty Karain. A million things.
he's just built different, man. He just loves the grind.
All right, guys, you got to help us out. We need to fill this thing. It's just a $3, 12 person self-contained league. We need 6 more people. It's going to be extremely EV for you guys. We're going to torch this entry. It's just a vehicle for us to do improv. Just put this on. Just draft this team. Let's get this rolling. Or Jacob and I could just pull up the PowerPoint slides and do it without any kind of draft premise.
Would it shock you to
am
know
I in
that
the
I was
slow?
on,
No. I know I'm in the right one. You guys everyone's gaslighting me. Pick clock 30 seconds. All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, Jacob. Do you want to I'll let you take the coin toss. You won the coin toss.
Okay.
Do you want to do first round or second round?
I'll go first. Let's get it started.
Oh
I have
my
no
god,
idea
the
what
101. Dude,
Oh,
we're gonna have to do back-to-back picks. Okay, here we go.
Oh fuck.
This is gonna be quick. All right, Cam Newton wears, let me get these here. Okay, here is your prompt. Cam Newton wears stupid hats. This is your slide here, and you have one bullet point to work off of.
Okay. Let me show you this beautiful Patagonia hat. Environmental sustainability is being supported. You get a nice athletic wear. I can promise you can wear this for 9 hours out in the Toronto sun in an absolute swamp. Still maintains its perfect navy structure. You can wear it backwards. You can wear it forwards. Suppose you can add some other different sort of decals to it. You can even wear it while hopefully drafting Jamar Chase.
Okay. What does that have to do with Cam Newton's hats, though? Do you
I
find
have no
Cam
idea.
Newton...
I don't really understand. I thought it was about hats. I thought we had to do hats.
No, so and this is my bad here for making this. So you are delivering this PowerPoint presentation. Cam Newton wears stupid hats. It is a marketing campaign for his uncle's haberdashery. He's in the pockets of his big uncle. He doesn't even like. Yeah. Sorry. This is your
Cam Newton, and I'm supposed to be doing
no.
an ad campaign for his uncle. Sorry.
No. It's okay.
Deprivation is coming through here, I think.
It's okay. This one is it's about his stupid hats, not yours. It's okay.
I promise I'm going to do better in the next round. I promise.
No, this was a tricky one here. I completely understand. Unfortunately, 2 things happened. We still got Jamar Chase because I didn't get the punishment pick in time. Hey,
I feel that might happen.
So we'll do a reset here. Not resetting the draft, but resetting this. Matthew, who's running the polls in the chat, will you please put the punishment pick within the poll? Because then I can see it and I know who I need to put in there. So in the poll text, I see it there. Okay, next draft Panther. All right. I will make sure
we're gonna
I
have
get
to
that in there.
do. We should space ours out a bit if we're gonna be back to back too.
Yes, I think I'm going to just do it right away here.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe I'll go on a round and a half monologue depending on what I have here, and I'll see if I can do this better. Oh my God, it's even a word I can't say. The slot demon.
Nice.
The slot demon and Jalen Knoll will combine for 110% of Houston's slot snaps. Of course they will. What are we going to do? I mean, Nico Collins, sure, he can play a little bit in the slot, but he's going to be outside. He wins everywhere. You got to put the little guys in the slot. Jaden Higgins, he's basically a clone of Nico Collins. 110% of the Houston slot snaps. I don't even know what I have to sell here. What we have is the classic rookie and the classic chaperone. Okay. These guys are going to overlap for 10% of the season when they will reach that 110% of the slot snaps. Mr. Slot Demon's going to do it for the first 7 or 8 weeks. And then our guy, Jalen Knoll's going to come in and say, you know what? Hey, go sit down. I know you're tired. You look like you've been in a Toronto International Airport for 30 straight hours. Also, go comb your hair, Slot Demon. I'm here. Jalen Knoll, I will take over in the slot. End of presentation.
Great. I'm certainly convinced.
What is I'm trying to even think 110%. What is the true? What would you put the percentage of slot snaps for these two?
Like I don't know, 82?
82? Yeah. What's that? Yeah. I mean, that sounds about right. I like that Pete got an actual football slide. I know. What's funny is we'll see some of these are absolutely insane here. This is what we're going to do, though, because we have the turn. It looks like the poll looks like I'm doing good here. 84% says I get it. So we get to take whoever, but we're going to do yours since we have the turn here. All right.
Where are we at? Okay.
We are back. We're back. We're back. I know you got this. That first one was
redemption. I was confused.
All right, here we go.
CrakRok.
Ooh, CrakRok. This is good timing. We're gonna have him on. CrakRok will be a presidential nominee in 2032, and you do have 2 bullets to work with here.
All right, look. Everybody's looking for the next Joe Rogan, right? The Joe Rogan of the left. People need to expand their mind, right? We want content creators. We want people who are willing to appeal to all sorts of Americans. I mean, how do you get any more cross appeal than someone who, 1, is a large proponent of legalized weed, 2, is a proponent of ripping the F-bomb with a hard T right on stream, and appeals to every single person across the political spectrum. This is a guy who is an entertainer. This is a guy who's a visionary. And most of all, look, you want to bring the country together. Red, blue. Where you got to crank it? You got to crank it purple. That's where you find the median voter. CrakRok for president 2032.
Holy shit. The red, blue, purple. That's going to be tough to top tonight. Holy shit. He's got it. He's got it. My God. Also, it is like he is perfect as far as like reaching across even the fantasy spectrum, right? Where it's he comes from like the boomer right-wing slappy contingent and then reached across the aisle to the ship-chasing slappies, and now is this guy who exists in the middle. You sold me. He would win fantasy president for sure. All right. So we've earned our 2 picks here. So let's put our collective heads together. I mean, hard to ruin a team that already got auto-drafted Jamar Chase, but what would you like to do here?
Oh yeah, I forgot that we actually get to make picks on this
We
program.
do get to make the picks.
All right, I like Lad just went. I guess I would do probably T. Higgins.
Okay, you do T. I'll do Trey McBride. We'll just play the hits. We'll chalk it up. All right, I'm having too much fun with these, so we're just gonna spin right away, so we each have more time to riff and make our case here. Let's go. All right, what do I got here? Kids no longer want to learn to play tackle football. Of course they don't. We live in the pussification of American children and probably Canadian children too. Who knows what's going on up there? Parents won't even let their kids play football. They're probably taught that it's like inhaling crack cocaine is the equivalent of putting on some pads and doing an Oklahoma drill. It's not nice to push your friends. we live in a society where everybody gets a participation trophy. There's plenty of other sports to play. They're playing soccer, they're playing lacrosse, anything without contact. I mean, these kids have actually probably read studies, CTE studies, before they'd even ever put on pads themselves. These kids are overeducated, they're soft, and they're playing scared right now. I don't even think it's close. Like, what kid wants to get hit now? There's like one kid who has an alcoholic, semi-abusive dad who probably likes to play football. Other than that, none of these kids want to play football. They want to play video games. They want to play video games. Of course, kids no longer want to learn to play tackle football, Jacob.
Look, famously, I consider that I do fantasy analysis because my mom wouldn't let me play tackle football. So I just became so obsessed with football that as my way of getting back at her.
I played tackle football 1 year in 6th grade, and the way they did the divisions was they had a lightweight and a heavyweight, and I was extremely lightweight. And so my mom's like, fine, you're in there with all the other puny, like 60-pound kids. The next year, and I was hooked. I had a ton of fun. My team was awful. I wasn't good. It was a ton of fun, though. Next year, they got rid of those designations. And it was like, everybody's in there together. My mom's like, there's kids that are double your size. You're done. You're done. And that was the end of my football career. And that's how I became a fantasy comedian.
You went from the...
let's see. What did the chats get here? Okay, I barely got it. Is he right? I got 58% to 42%. No, quote the Sandlot to next prompt. Okay, so I'm going to get to pick here. Let's spin for Jacob. And as this is spinning, very nice of you for the super chat. Thank you for the content. It's been fun and a much-needed distraction. Love to hear it. No idea what's going on in your profile picture, but it seems hot. All right, here we go. Let's get, let's see, where is this one? Okay, here you go.
Oh, nice.
So for the audio listeners, it's the slide that Zach put together for this week's ADP chasing, which is Shope playing me as the guillotine character, Pat as Patty Carrain in the video, me as Davis, and then Jacob as the literal seal from the video. Why will this group tour as a boy band in 2028, Jacob?
Well, look, I mean, history is all about constantly reverberating in rhymes. I mean, I just went to the 30-year reunion of the Oasis tour. We got people feeling the Britpop vibes. It's inevitable in 5 years, in 10 years. What's everybody going to be wanting to live? They're going to want to live through the Backstreet Boys. They're going to want to live through NSYNC. And we just got a sneak peek at a world premiere of Seal-based music content through Sack and the Seals, right? So imagine you take that idea, you bring it to these beautiful 4 people, well, 3 people and 1 seal, and all of a sudden you're putting on harmonies, you got sopranos, you got altos. It would be absolutely mind-blowing. How would people not want to go and watch The World and just have 3 people looking at perfect harmonies and 1 person just going in the back? That's clearly a vision that is going to be taking down this world. I'm in for it. I think this group is going to set the world on fire.
We've literally already seen the mimetic power of sea animals. Remember Left Shark from the Katy Perry?
Oh my God, yeah.
Super Bowl? Now we have right-wing Slappy. We have literally a right-wing seal and a left-wing seal. Like, there's already a precedent for this being a smash global phenomenon.
That's true. Left seal. That's good.
Left seal. Yeah. Move aside, Left Shark. Yeah.
Dude, I listened to I'm Just a Slappy Drafter, baby. Like, probably, like, I don't know how many times since I've seen it. Like, probably already 120. I was just the entirety of me at the Pearson Airport, just hitting
that was what was getting you through.
Dude, you don't know who I am.
And do you know what's funny? So I cut the first verse for the Basketball Bros video just because it was a little too long. The first verse is all about Jalen Knoll. I kid you not. And Buck is trying to get it on Spotify.
This is actually, yeah. I'm so glad you said that because I was listening naturally. As I saw the thing, I was like, why was there no Jalen Knoll reference? Because, like, the actual lyrics of the song are basically that. And so there actually was.
It was a lot of buildup, and I thought it was like, I wanted to roll into the chorus, so I had to make a tough decision. Speaking of tough decisions, are we slurping the Dipperino on Breece Hall?
Sure. Let's do it.
Okay. And you make the, these are technically both of our picks. We both passed here. Oh, wait. No. Didn't. You didn't pass. No, I want it that way. Sing along is the punishment. Okay. So
I just have to sing. I want it that way.
I want it that way. I completely missed that.
Okay. All right. All right, one sec. Let me make sure I got. All right. You are my fire, my one desire. Believe when I say I want it that way. But we are two worlds apart. Can't reach to your heart when you say that I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way.
Incredible stuff. I didn't really know how to navigate. Matthew, let me know as the our producer here, how are we handling if he did the punishment? What are we supposed to do with the pick? I panicked and gave him Chuba Hubbard as a good old Canadian boy, but I didn't know what else to do there for us. Matthew, let me know how we should do that going forward. Incredible stuff. We're going to keep rolling here. We have Breece Hall, Chuba Hubbard, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Trey McBride. Maybe they'll let us get Joe Burrow coming back. Oh boy, what do we got here? Thunderhog is a better name for a best ball site. Like Underdog is fine. It's awful from like an SEO purpose. Underdog is way too common of a name. It has way more connotations that people associate with the word underdog than a fantasy site. There's 980 million hogs in America. Do you know what that is? That's almost 2 times more than the addressable market of people who want to play fantasy sports. It has mainstream appeal versus only 500 million dogs. I don't know why we didn't go with hogs. I think dogs are honestly overrated just because they're man's best friend, just because they're in movies that they are the one we default to. There's way more hogs out there. Let's show some hogs some love. Thunder, by the way, is an alpha play. Under is beta is fuck. Thunder alpha play, Thunder hogs. Imagine Underdog, as an underdog investor, I probably would already be living on an island right now if they were named Thunderhog. This was already have sold to the angel investors, venture capital, whatever, would have scooped this up. And we left so much goddamn money on the bone, Jacob, by going with the bland name Underdog. In fact, I'm taking this sign down and I'm going to put my own sign up there that says fucking Thunderhog on there, which coincidentally is what you got to have to fade the Chicago Bears offense this year, which is what you said in today's True Serum video.
Better bring that back.
Oh, man.
Is that true? Are there 980 million hogs? Do you just know the amount of hogs in America?
Yeah, can we fact check this? How many hogs in America? 75 to 76 million hogs and pigs on farms. So that number seems a little high, guys, but no one said these had to be accurate. I guess that's in America, though. I guess it means worldwide. There you go. 850 million to 980 million pigs worldwide. Can you believe that? Okay, hang on. We're getting distracted here. This is your turn. Okay. We are here. Jakob Sanderson on the Randomizer Karaoke finale. Oh, yes. Right up for here if we're getting the Slapxis. Here we go. The Slapxis is a psyop by Big Best Ball to flatten ADP after pick 100.
Well, I mean, I should know, right? If anybody has inside intel on what the goals of the Slapxis are, in theory, I should be the one. And I'm willing to come out and admit it. It's absolutely true. I'm sick and tired of constantly having to chase up, Facial Tutins and Dylan Sampsons. And so just like all of my reply guys have been conspiratizing about best ball streamers for years, I'm willing to admit it right now. It's true. We've all been taking money from Slap Pack to flatten ADPs after pick 100 to try and get more people drafting the Romeo Dobbses, right? We want to diminish ourselves as these blind seals out there finding rookies. We don't know what we're doing. We got to get people drafting Jawan Johnson. We got to get people drafting Javonte Williams, all so that I can maybe just get up to 28% facial Tutin instead of 26% facial Tutin. Finally, Slap Pack has been exposed. I've emailed Bari Weiss. She's going to be publishing an op-ed all about this shortly. And I'm glad that we finally took the trutherino today and we could come true about this grand conspiracy of Big Best Ball to flatten ADP.
Well, guess what? It looks like both of us got this right. So you're not going to have to draft an AR Razorback Hunter Henry here. Dude, Joe Burrow, they let us get the premium double, no integrity protectors in this self-contained 12-person league. Who do you want for your pick? I'm taking Burrow to complete the double stack.
Man, sweet. Let's do Jacoby.
It's Jacoby. It is. Jacoby, what's your real take on the Jacoby stuff? Just he's trying to angle for a new contract and is not going to actually get anything done.
He signed the letter that said he's mad. I think that's what he did.
That's incredible. Who are there any which guys are on like I'm hopping in a Best Ball Mania draft? I don't give a shit the ADP. I'm going to get them here down the stretch.
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I definitely want to get way more Keaton Mitchell. I was a little too late on that, and I'm willing to chase him up. I'm super pumped for Ao Manor. I've been chasing him up the board, grabbing him in almost every draft. I think those are probably the two guys late. And then the guy that I maybe trying to slurp the Dipperino on. I know none of you guys are as big of fans, but I've been slurping the Caleb Johnson Dipperino. Okay. Guy that I was not very in on at his like 6th round price for most of the summer. I've been getting him now solidly in the 8th. I still think he should be clearly ahead of Warren, especially in a half PPR format. So yeah, that's been a guy I've been making it a priority to get right now at a good price.
I like that. Yeah, I don't even know what's been causing him to drop specifically. I guess, did he have a bad preseason game?
Just been playing. He looked bad in preseason week 1. He looked good in 2 and 3, I thought. But I think more so he's been playing behind Warren in the preseason. People kind of just treated him like he was just going to get the job week 1.
All right, I am up. Taylor Swift should start a new Live a Little segment on the New Heights podcast with the Kelsey brothers. I don't know if you guys noticed when she was on with the Kelsey brothers last week, they had 1.2 million people watching live. And I actually was thinking about this from an actual standpoint of their podcast. It's like, oh, they get all of these views and all these new subscribers. No, they're there for Taylor. They don't give a shit about Travis Kelce and Jason on their own. The only way this podcast can actually sustain those peaks that they had is by bringing Taylor on every single week to do Live a Little. She was talking about how excited she was when they drafted Xavier Worthy. Every week she should do a profile on a different Chiefs receiver. I want to hear Taylor go long on Jalen Royals. I want to hear her talk about Brashard Smith in the passing game. I want to hear her say, I think he could be the next Jerick McKinnon. With the Kelceys, both at or near retirement, they need help finding a life outside of football. And now that these two have tied the knot, that they are set to intertwine their lives for the rest of eternity, what better way to showcase that commitment than with a weekly segment on your Bows podcast?
Have you ever come across the Gaylor subreddit?
No, I'm not familiar. What is it?
It's like a group of people who think that Taylor Swift is secretly gay. And the reactions to the Travis Kelce, Taylor Swift engagement on the Gaylor subreddit, like, is some of the most enjoyable way you could possibly spend your time. Just scrolling through people that are having a really rough day online.
That is it. What is even? I don't even know the data points. I'm not enough of a Swiftie to know why
was
people
like a
think
friend
that.
of someone who is lesbian, and there were people that thought there were all these clues that there was something more. It's a whole. All
right, I'll look into it. But you have to do. Hey. Keenan Allen retires the moment he accrues 1,000 yards this season.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I just had to like emotionally react to him getting 1,000 yards and the prospect of doing 2 weekly podcasts with Davis Maddock while Keenan Allen is on to 1,000-yard season. But clearly, if he is able to get to that point, this will be like Keenan Allen at his current wash state. The equivalent of him getting to 1,000 yards is like Sisyphus actually reaching the top of the mountain. He is currently going to be pushing that all the way up to the top. He's on the Chargers. He's back with his family. Currently, he's returned to California, has reminded him of clean living. He's going to look at it and see, you know what, I've got enough miles on me, right? He's trying to make sure that he maintains his fuel efficiency after getting 1,000 yards on his vehicle, he's going to be doing that. And then naturally, I've recently been informed that his cousin owns a chain of juiceries in Southern California. And that's, I think, the only juice that Keenan Allen has left right now is his cousin's juice chain. But he's going to be making sure, like, look, I just left everything that I possibly had on the field. Do I want to go to Kansas City or to Denver or somewhere in the wild card round? That sounds like a horrible idea. I can sit there in LA. I can sip my juice. I can rest on my laurels. I've hit all of my incentives on my contract. I've gotten Davis Maddock a 19.1% advance rate in Best Ball Mania. I don't know what more could be on the table for Keenan Allen. He's calling it quits right before week 17.
Oh my goodness. That sounds about right for Keenan there. All right. You passed with flying colors, 67% say they buy it. I passed the Taylor segment. So look at these guys letting us draft how we'd like. I'll let you go first here. Who do you see on the board?
Ooh, let's do Dobbins.
Get J.K. Dobbins, Benjamin Albright's RB1 on the year.
Yes.
I will grab us a wide receiver. Chris Godwin, pretty healthy, past physical, off pup list. Let's grab Chris Godwin here.
Notice you didn't grab Rashid Shaheed.
Just an accident. My app on
Thunderhog,
Rashid Shaheed does not exist in the player pool. So we are good. All right, let's keep spinning. This is fun. Thank you to everybody hanging out, watching. You guys are the best. And shout out to the production team as always. All these prompts, the multimedia, so much hard work making these shows so fun. Thank you guys. Is this me? Yeah. All right. Amon-Ra is the Terry McLaurin of DJ Moore's. Amon-Ra, and it's coincidental that this just came up. Amon-Ra is fancy Keenan Allen. And Terry McLaurin is fancy DJ Moore and what it is. And Amon-Ra is like everything is broken right for him in life. Like this guy, thinks he hit a home run, but he woke up on third base. Okay. He just landed in the Lions. They just scheme him touches. And guess what? For the first time in his life, we have J-Mo coming. We have the new Puka Nacua, I'm told, and Isaac Tesla. This Amon-Ra thing, it's all going to come crashing down this year. I'm sorry, Yosh. I know I had a Detroit guy this year, but this is the epitome of a PPR scam. Okay. He's just a slightly better version of every other PPR scam artist who goes in round 6. What's the difference between Chris Olave and Amon-Ra St. Brown? Jared Goff and Spencer Rattler. That's the only difference. He is the Terry McLaurin of DJ Moore's. Pass on him. Take a real alpha like Brian Thomas with your first pick. I don't even know if did I get to the heart of
I understand it. I think I understand it because DJ Moore is like stylistically similar, right? He's like kind of a lower ADOT, and then Terry McLaurin is like kind of just like a boring player. Is that the idea? He's like he's like Terry McLaurin brand of DJ Moore style. Is that the connection here? I'm not sure.
I think so, but based on these votes, I pissed off the Amon-Ra hive because I got 88% no's. So I finally bombed. But is there a way to do this as a positive, this prompt? It had to be a negative, right? Like the Terry McLaurin of DJ Moore's is like the slightly better version of a faulty profile.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm the wrong person to find the positives in Terry McLaurin and DJ Moore. I think so. That's like this whole page is like my 2% exposure equals the 1% exposure of my 0% exposure. So I don't really slide for me.
I don't care about the take. I just have tried to figure out what the right angle to even have taken on that prompt was. Okay. This is a good one for you to get because I'm maybe too close to it. And I don't even know if you watch. Do you watch the Swolecast?
I'm about to be exposed for not watching much.
Okay,
of the Swolecast
this is going to be even funnier then. I'm not going to say anything. Your prompt is Mr. Tuttle 05 is the 2025 Swolecast MVP.
Yeah, so I mean, this is so self-evident that even as someone who has not watched an episode of the Swolecast in about 3 years, I'm completely aware that Mr. Tuttle 05 is the MVP of the Swolecast. That's how much this is so obviously clear. I mean, when you have that level of stash, of Portacup, you've got the Parka. He kind of looks like a modern-day Liam Gallagher. So you have the charisma, you have the looks on your side. You certainly have takes on your side. And I mean, mostly what you have is the benefit of weak competition, right? I mean, we're talking about a podcast that's frequented by Davis Maddock. We're talking about a podcast in which David Kitchen, DK partner, 3-time Best Ball Mania finalist, is one of the leading thought leaders, right? And so you can move up the ranks quite quickly. And ultimately, what Pete is more than anything is a facilitator. He gets the balls in the hands of his playmakers. And where is he going to put the ball in the hands of? Is it going to be David? Is it going to be Davis? No, you got to get the ball to the Tuttle, and Tuttle's leading you into the end zone. He's clearly the MVP of the Swolecast, which is a show I know a lot about. And I think that's about as much as I got.
That is so funny that
I apologize for not being a loyal Swolecast listener. I think it's the one piece of content you do that I can't say I frequent.
Yeah, so let's see. Wow, we'll see how these votes come in. It's pretty close right now. They might give you this one because if not, you have to draft a David or a Davis. Here, look, wow, you barely snuck this one through 51% to 48%.
I'm seeing that in the chat is the bit that Tuttle is not on the Swolecast anymore.
So Tuttle's like a salary cap DFS guy. He's been on the show forever.
I know he is because I've seen the Swolecast like way back when Tuttle was a regular member. Is that no longer the case?
But once we started doing two things, one, doing a lot of best ball drafts in the offseason, and two, just like dicking around and not actually talking sports, Tuttle was like, I think I'm good, but I'll join you guys for the in-season shows. But so like he's just gone for months and months at a time at this point. So here's what we're going to do. I have to take the next available Lion for my Amon-Ra slander. So I'm going to take Jared Goff per the punishment. You get to take whoever you want, though, here.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Let's do well, I'm not taking Marvin fucking Mims. That's for sure. Let's do Brandon Ayuk.
All right. Aren't you worried? Aren't you worried?
That's true. That probably was sub EV in a self-contained league, but
Brandon Ayuk and Chris Godwin are one of the great
thinking self-contained underdog league rankings.
Okay, we got we're through 11 picks here, so I think that means 7 more if my math is correct. Let's spin the wheel. Let's keep these going. And just hard to know that Jacob doesn't support the Swolecast, just hard to hear that. Oh no, now this is the wheels are turned because now I get a prop that I'm going to
know. You got to do a Winnipeg prop.
Oh my God. This is literally the perfect role reversal for us. But everybody be quiet. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers will win the Grey Cup when meat exports exceed 1.7 billion. Now, I know what people are going to say out there, okay? Correlation does not necessarily mean causation. But we have seen this play out in Canadian history multiple times, okay? When meat exports exceed 1.7 billion, a Canadian team wins a championship. And the next one up are the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Let's just go ahead and look at the agricultural and food export commodities in 2023 and map that on to the 2022, 2023, and 24 seasons. They won the West Final 28-20 in 2022. They won it again in 2023 and 2024. What was the commonality across all of those? You don't need a cork board to know it was when meat exports exceeded 1.7 billion. Now what? You want to ask me why that is? I'm not God. Guys, I don't know everything. All I know is there is a direct tie between the meat exports in Canada and this goddamn football team taking home the ship. Is this actually a thing, Jacob, or is this just completely made up?
No, this is. I have no idea where this came from. I don't have a clue. I do love Chris's comment. Which country does win the CFL championship when exports are less than 1.7 billion? So I'm thinking it's probably still a Canadian team.
It probably is.
Yeah, I can't say where this prompt came from exactly. We do have, pork production is a major part of Manitoba. I remember the last time I was on, I don't recall exactly, but there was something about Manitoban exports. Oh, I think it was you had to quiz me and I had to name the top 3 exported goods of Manitoba or something.
It's a callback. Yeah.
That's vaguely coming back to me. But yeah, the Bombers, we've made 5 Grey Cups in a row. We've lost in the final the last 3 years. So it's but we've won the West 5 straight seasons.
All right, I didn't pass that one, so I'm going to have to draft a beefy running back or tight end, but you are up.
Pat Bryant's an eliminator ass pick.
Pat Bryant is an eliminator ass pick. Broncos week 12 bye. What do you got here?
Well, look, first off, you start with the fundamentals of the contest, right? Eliminator ass pick, you want to have a late bye week. Week 12 bye, absolutely crucial. Pat Bryant, you're locking him in for the first 11 weeks of the season. Then you want to think about, okay, maybe, you don't want to have all these rookies. But Pat Bryant is not a regular rookie. This is an experienced player coming from the University of Illinois. He's been compared by many people, many influential people in the Broncos building, to being the next Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas was a 1,000-yard receiver as a rookie. You didn't want him in the eliminator format? Obviously, you wanted him in the eliminator format. You know what number Michael Thomas wore? 13. You know what number Pat Bryant's wearing right now? 13. Marvin Mims just had a groin injury today, okay? Sounds like he's been eliminated from the player pool. And you're going to be eliminating all the Marvin Mims teams with your Pat Bryant. Troy Franklin is left-wing slappy propaganda. We already exposed the slap packs duties on that. Pat Bryant's going to be running 97% of the routes after Devon Vele got out of there. He's going to be piling up the stats early in the season while Marvin Mims groin heals. Of all the formats to possibly want to deal with Pat Bryant, clearly the eliminator, one of the best picks on the board.
There you go. I think you're going to win this one just because it's going to feel like bag defending from all the voters here who just have heaps and heaps of Pat Bryant. True serum right now. Who's a better pick? Straight up, Pat Bryant or Troy Franklin? Let's say Best Ball Mania, not eliminator.
Pat Bryant.
Wow.
I've never liked Troy Franklin. I don't understand
really
at all.
I'm in on it. Okay, Jacob, you do win that one here. So I have to draft. My punishment was draft a beefy running back or tight end. So let me see. Is there anyone more beefy
than
Joe Mixon?
Misunderstanding of the Manitoba exports. I mean, we're a porky province more than a beefy province.
Yeah, I mean, I think beefy and porky fairly synonymous. I mean, Brian Robinson.
B-Rob is pretty beefy.
Dude,
That's
he's going to get real porky sitting on the bench behind CMC this year.
There's Nick Chubb is available. You can't get beefier than a guy named Chubb.
That's true. He's going to jump the queue here. Who do you want for your pick? We have a 2-3-5-1. You get to pick whoever you want.
Let's get Goddard in there. Let's lock in under tight end.
All right. We'll get our second tight end here. I'll go beefy with Chubb. Is this true? Mention Marvin Mims' groin injury. Was that a thing? Did this happen recently?
That is a groin injury? Yeah, he got a groin injury today.
Today? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Man, maybe if I was in an airport all day, I would have had time to notice that news. Oh, no.
Apparently it's not considered serious.
All right.
Not considered serious could mean like he's out 4 weeks or he's practicing tomorrow. I have no idea what not considered serious means.
Who fucking knows? Okay. Oh God. Yeah. This is me.
Cats on windmills. Okay.
All right. For our audio listeners here, there is a clip art photo of like Hello Kitty cats on a windmill. We absolutely should put cats on windmills. Just at the base level, they're a natural deterrent for birds. And you might be saying, well, yeah, I know. Why is that an issue? Well, 600,000 birds are killed by windmills every year. And people do this thing with animals where they care so much about their domesticated animals. They care about their dogs and their cats and whatever, their pet hamsters. But the second it's a wild animal, we somehow don't care that 600,000 birds are massacred by these flying unnecessary saucers every year. Animal shelters have a cat surplus from post-COVID pet deposits. We can put these cats to good use. This is a win-win. We clean out the shelters. We give them a job. What is the number one thing you can do for someone? You can give them a sense of purpose in life. Let's give these cats a purpose. Let's put them on one of these windmills. It's a win-win for society. It's a win for the birds. And most of all, it's a win for us, Jacob.
Wow. That was good. I think you want to actually do it.
Yes. Also, shout out to Matt getting all these polls going here, there. Okay.
Are there a lot of audio? What would you say is the percentage of audio listeners for the randomizer?
I feel like these get like I don't know, like 750 to 1,000 audio downloads. So some people do it. So I still service them. I will service them. Speaking of here too, some plugs. Tomorrow night, after Jacob and I get some sleep, we will be drafting with CrakRok. We already have a War Room group message going. What do we have, Jacob? The 112?
We got the 112. Yeah.
112. So that'll be fun.
Been trying to convince us to take running backs already. I'm open to it.
Yeah, I am too. We shall see. We shall see.
Oh, all
okay,
right.
We do have a
CFL.
Canadian
Now
one
I'm
here
back.
for Jacob. The CFL will buy the UFL and establish the North American Football League, NAFL.
Well, first of all, as anyone who is knowledgeable about CFL history, there once was a great tradition of the CFL being a pan-North American league. Famously, the Baltimore Stallions were CFL champions. We had teams in places as far and wide as Shreveport, Louisiana, back in the day. And so why wouldn't we, at this political moment in time, where tensions are fraught, we have to put our elbows up. We have presidents threatening us with retaliatory tariffs. How could we not allow football, sport, as it's so often done throughout human history, to lead the way, to bring our great nations back together by combining the CFL and the UFL and creating a North American Football League? Just think about the opportunities. All of the tension that has been built up between our two countries, it just comes out on the field. Are you mad at your Americans, Mr. Canadians, for completely destroying our lumber industry? Just go fucking call Duo right up their ass. Americans, do you think that we're a bunch of wusses who are going to take away all of your guns? Show us how tough you are on the field. And ultimately, if Carney and Trump and everybody else can't come up to a trade agreement, it's simple. We just gamble it all on the championship game in the NAFL. The winner gets to export all of their products to the opposing country for free.
Incredible. We're going to pick here. I don't like the mean things you said about Troy Franklin, so I'm going to add him to this team. Right. It is your pick. We have a 2-4-6-2.
Is Pat Bryan available? Oh, no. It's not.
He's got. That would have been good. What, Tesla stacked with Goff?
Yeah, let's do it. Sure, let's take Tesla.
All right, Jacob, how about this?
As my olive branch to America in our new football league, we'll take Tesla.
I will. I'm gonna do a bonus question for you. If this happened and the NFL had to sacrifice 3 of its teams to the greater good of helping to establish this league, which 3 teams would we give to form the North American Football League?
So 3 teams out, and then the CFL takes 3 other places?
Yeah, they get to take them.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely getting rid of the Chargers. They don't even have any fans. They don't have any writers. Trey Harris was on PUP for like 6 hours yesterday, according to Sleeper, and nobody knew if it was just Sleeper malfunctioning or if it was just because it hadn't been reported by their lack of beat reporters. I think that we got to get rid of the Titans for sure. I don't even know what the point of the Titans are. They're a completely pointless franchise, other than just like having like fans that get uppity about the one time that they beat the Colts every 10 years, even though they've never accomplished anything in the history of their life as a franchise. And then probably the Bengals ultimately. I mean, like they're incompetently run. They don't understand like basic functions of NFL rules, right? They don't spend any money. And so like if there's any chance for a CFL team to actually have a higher payroll despite the tariff situation, they could easily surpass the Cincinnati Bengals.
I love that. Yeah, the Chargers, Titans, Bengals. Yeah, people would have a hard time saying bye to Joe Burrow. Everybody loves Joe Burrow, but
Joe Burrow can play in Canada.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, we want a good team. We just got to get new stuff.
Okay, hang on. Let me see. Best ball Mount Rushmore. Yeah, I sometimes find these types of exercises like a little gimmicky. But I've actually been wanting to tell everyone my personal best ball Mount Rushmore. And tonight I'm going to unveil it. So first of all, it's Eagles. Eagles is one of the biggest grinders on the site. He's also an OG. I mean, back to when the site launched, he's played multi-sports. He was one of the first people who actually was pushing kind of hyper fragile and robust running back strategies, telling people, hey, this wide receiver stuff is overblown in a society where it's frowned upon to say, don't draft wide receivers early. He had the courage to stand up and draft these teams. Also a really good family man, finds a way to juggle it all. Next up is Gritty. Gritty is a trailblazer. Like Eagles, is never afraid to push a contrarian structure, a contrarian player take. Every single rule, every single thing Mike Leone says in the manifesto you can't do, Gritty says, fuck you, Mike Leone. I give 0 shits. I'll have 95% Ramondre Stevenson. I'll have 400% Mac Hollins or whoever. It was Chase Claypool taken in the last round. Gritty gives 0 fucks about your optimal strategy. He does what he wants, and for that, he deserves to be on Mount Rushmore. He's essentially our George Washington. David Kitchen, of course, multi-time best ball finalist. You know, a lot of people are kind of one site specialists. Like, I'm a DraftKings guy, I'm an underdog guy. This guy crushes every single site he plays on, multiple formats, has been there since the beginning. And of course, Liam. Liam does barely edge in here. As I said in the True Serum video today, Liam made a deal with the devil. I do not know the particulars of the conversation they had, but it involved him winning a best ball tournament every single year. And for that, he has to be included. But Jacob, I'll let you toss in. Anyone else you would put on your Mount Rushmore here?
Oh, man. I mean, Gilbert Arenas, of course. It's got to be in the mix.
Yes, Gilbert Arenas on there. He joins the it did have a theme. It was the people who don't care about structure on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, exactly. It's, you know, but that's what they were. They're trailblazers, you know, they're pioneers.
Oh wow, I barely passed here, but you're back up, Jacob. Davis Maddock will win BBM 6 and not get rinsed. I mean, definitely implied if he wins, he's not getting rinsed. I mean, I know he's entered a lot of tournaments, but go ahead and sell the people on this.
Look, man, I mean, you look at the field this year, and I just think it's all setting up for me. I mean, Rashid Eid has been building up chemistry with Spencer Rattler all season long. I all of a sudden got a star of my own music video about people listening to my streams, and I just don't know how that's not a better omen for me to win Ball Mania 6 this year. So I feel like clearly it's going to be me this year. Really knows ball. I mean, how are you going to even live with yourself online when I'm the winner of BB6? So
I don't even know why, like Davis never has done anything resembling gesticulate, but for some reason it just feels so right for that character to do. I don't know why. It just feels right. It feels right. All right, we get to make our picks here. What do I want? You want to go first, or I'll go first?
Phillips. Oh, that's why CrakRok said big nose.
Oh, come on. All right, I'm going to take Malik Washington. You got to get my loan, guys.
Apparently, the punishment was to do Pete as Davis. Apparently, I did the punishment by accident.
You did the punishment by accident, so you get to pick whoever you want.
I opted into the punishment.
You want a running back? We have a 2-4-8-2.
Oh yeah, all right. Let's do Taj.
Taj, okay. Taj, come on down.
This is
what round are we
best
in?
Drafted teams in randomizer history.
It's incredible. Here's what we do. We only have one pick, but we have. I might have missed a wheel spin in there somewhere, so we're each going to do 2 more here to close this out. Jakob Sanderson, the author behind the great Substack, thinking any other pieces people should keep an eye out for here as they enter draft weekend?
Yeah, we're winding down. I have preseason Hitchhiker's Guide stuff up on the top 6 running backs. I did on each of all of the rookie running backs and their whole backfields, how I think it's going to apply. And yeah, we'll have the in-season Hitchhiker's Guide coming up soon. I have redraft rankings, best ball, dynasty, all of the like. And then I'm doing a mailbag right now this weekend. So if people want to get my thoughts on literally anything, any paid sub, I will address that. And that's for, basically anything under the entire sun.
All right. I will do this one. And then we, that's me. And it's still a jump scare for me. The winning BBM 6 teams wide receiver 1 will be drafted in the 7th round. Look, the Piss Boys had a strong run. You know, we pushed up the wide receivers. We won the culture wars, but we are not going to win the BBM 6 war. This wide receiver tier is as flat as we've ever seen. I was just on talking with ChadCandles at the end of the draft, and I said, if any of these round 6 guys, round 7 guys outscore the round 3 guys, I won't even bat an eye. I won't even bat it. You tell me Michael Pittman scores more points than Marvin Harrison, I'll say, okay, what other hot take do you got? You got anything better than that? This is the year you get elite quarterback, you get elite tight end, you get 3 to 4 running backs early, and then you just piss down the draft board from round 7 on. You get your slot demon, you get your Romeo Dobbs. I don't even care. There's good people on both sides of the Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin. Guess what? When you get your first wide receiver at round 7, you take both of them on the same team. This is the year alpha running back, alpha tight end, alpha quarterback takes it home. You don't need to draft wide receivers early, guys.
God, please not again. I can't do this again.
Just another straight year of it.
Please, God, no.
Yeah, this one is so bold. I don't even think I could do that as my true serum take. All right, here we go. Final one.
Last
I'm
one.
spinning, even though there's one.
What is this?
Let's
The
see
path
here.
to best. Ball Enlightenment.
Path to best. Oh, where am I? Oh, here we go. The path to best ball enlightenment. This is the classic meme. I'll let you deliver this.
Look, I mean, you start off the regular Homo sapiens, right? Out there in the wild. They just go about their life. They socialize with friends. They go on dates. They listen to music. They have sex. No BBM entries. And then all of a sudden, someone comes up to one of these happy wanderers and says, "You ever heard about this app called Thunderhog? Promo code Davis." And then what do? They enter. And they're like, well, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I guess nice and symmetrical. 3 quarterbacks, 5 running backs, 7 wide receivers, 3 tight ends. Look at this beautiful team. But then what happens? You start to go and you're like, I really enjoy doing this. I'm going to Google a couple things. And they start to Google the Mike Leone manifesto. They start to see about positional capital allocation. You know, they've been sorting by points. So they're taking all the early quarterbacks. They love Brock Bowers. They've been taking early tight ends. Think, oh, if I'm taking early, I've only got to get 2 of each. It's about total capital alignment. It's not about positions. And then all of a sudden, after years of grinding best ball, of reading content, and of losing every single time, they decide it's time to come to my own solutions, right? I don't need to deal with Leone. I don't need to deal with what feels right in my draft. I'm just going to go ahead and click one fucking quarterback. I'm going to click one fucking tight end. I'm going to chart my own path. I'm not going to worry about the buys. That's how I'm going to win Best Ball Mania. That's how you get the path to enlightenment.
I don't even know where we're at with a pick.
I have no
but
idea.
For some reason, Devon Vele just feels right as our last selection, Jacob.
Let's take Vele. Let's do Vele.
I mean, if this guy's worth a 4th and a 7th, he's surely worth the 216th pick in this randomizer draft here. Jacob, that was
Has
incredible.
anything ever been more right-wing slappy than the actual New Orleans Saints trading a 4th-round pick for Devon Vele?
No. No. The year is going to be like 2028. Alvin Kamara is still their running back 1. Like he plays 1 quarter a game because that's like all he can handle. Oh man. Jacob, this was a blast. I knew you were perfect for this show, and it's similar to kind of like the Family Feud last year. It always makes me want to do more of it. So this was a very good proof of concept.
This was very fun. Thank you for having me on. Thanks to the chat for being generous markers. I was a little nervous after I epically failed the first one. I'm glad I was able to land the plane. Pleasure to be on the randomizer as always. And yeah, looking forward to the draft tomorrow with The Rock.
Yep. And just for the people keeping track at home, Jacob did beat me. I had an early lead, and then it all went downhill after I dared to say something bad about Amon-Ra St. Brown. So this round goes to Jacob, which makes sense. You know, if I'm going to go in the ring against one of Canada's most talented people, it should be expected that I was going to get dusted here. So I will get back in the lab to be better. Jacob and I are going to go sleep because we need to do that. And yeah, like I said, check us out tomorrow on the Ship Chasing channel for that draft with CrakRok. Will be a ton of fun. And yeah, Make sure you guys are subscribed to Thinking About Thinking. Once more, thank you to all of you, the YouTube members who have been part of the bash and in the chat all year, and the Randomizer production team, Lou, Matthew Wood, all you guys crush this. Take a lot of the administrative stuff off my plate and still allow us to have these super fun and, dare I say, innovative shows. So thank you to everyone. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.